Good morning, dear student. So today I am going to discuss about a new thing in the Python Panda, and those the new thing that we can find that we have here. We have here what the data visualization, matplot, data frequency, pivot table, and frequency polygon. That means two new things that I am going to show you today. What are they? They are the pivot table and frequency polygon. So this particular pivot table and frequency polygon that we find, how it will going to work and how it will going to make the structure of this particular thing, how it will going to make the pivot table, how it will going to make a frequency polygon. So let us see that frequency polygon, how we can create in a graph. Okay, so let us see the program. So see this particular program. In this particular program of pivot table, what we have called and how we have created it. So you can see here that pivot table import panda as PD. So we have called here a panda. Pandas has been called here, and as we have called here the panda, panda has been called in the what way? Panda has been called in the form of a PD. Okay, so there we have created one data frame or a dictionary. There you can find product equals to pd dot data frame. So what we are calling here pd dot data frame. That means at once we are creating the data frame. How? Then category we have given here that they are the value which are what pattern of value, those the pattern of values are said as an alphabetic values. Okay, so as we have alphabetic values, next you see price is a numeric value, and test score is also a numeric value. So all these two numeric value, one alphabetic value has been taken. So as we have taken the those values, as we have taken the price and as we have taken the test score, so there we find here that pivot product equals to product dot pivot. Then what we have write, index equals to category will be done as index. Then columns equals to store, and values equals to price. So to check out the result, how to check the pivot result, pivot table one I have shown to you earlier also, if you remember, that print pivot underscore product. Okay, print pivot underscore product. So this is the things that we have constructed. That means what we have done here in the Python Panda, we have created the Python Panda, and as we have created the Python Panda, in this particular Python Panda, what we have created, directly we have created the data frame. How directly we can create the data frame? That pd dot data frame, there is a category we are giving here cleaning. The different type of category has been defined here. Then what we can find, store, Walmart, Walmart, fans, Walmart. So all these different stores names has been given. After the stores names we have given it, we give it a price. Okay, so price is there. So as we can find it, the price is there. Then we have a test code, the different pattern of test scores that has been implemented. So as we are implementing all this thing, as we find this particular thing aren't been constructed, that means in this particular table, you see here, previously what we do, we declare the structure and we call the structure, and then we convert the structure. So here the process that has been used here, the process that has been implemented, that directly we have converted the structure. Okay, the structure what is there, and only one header file we have called here, one library file has been called here. What is that? Pandas. So we have called the pandas as pd. As we have called the pandas as pd, there we find it that pd dot data frame, there we have given the particular data frame, the data structure. First is with what we have given, first we have mentioned there is a category. So what is the particular pattern of categories that we can take? So we have can take, they are the alphabetic values. The values that we have given, the values are the alphabetic values. So this is the alphabetic value that we have, this is the alphabetic value that we can find. So each of this particular alphabetic value we can implement it and we can use it. Okay, so as we are implementing and as we are using them, we can find it that there are the different type of structures that we are constructing and we are making on it, isn't it? So this is the different pattern of structures that we have constructed. These the different type of structures that we have constructed. So all these structures that we are constructing and that we are giving, we can make them and we can work on it. So when we are making and when we are working, so each of this particular part, each of this particular pattern that we are making the structures, and we will going to give the particular structures, isn't it? So there we find it that we have a price, and since this particular price value is there, based on the price value, what we can see or what we can find, that we have here the structures that are been implemented. Okay, so the structures that we find, that each of these particular structures, each of this particular pattern will going to implement, and as we are implementing this particular pattern, so as we are implementing those pattern, we are going to construct, and we are going to make this particular pattern to be executed in a different phenomenon or in a different way. So when we are executing those particular pattern, when we are making those particular patterns, so each of this particular pattern that we have, each of this particular pattern that we have constructed, we have constructed it in several ways and giving the several references. So those the references what we find, those the references that we are using, and we are making it, we are constructing those references. So each of this particular reference, each of this particular part of the reference that we do construct and we do make, we will going to have it, and we will going to construct this particular structure. So as we are constructing this structure, as we are making the structure, in this structure what we find, that we have a price and we have an test that is scored. Okay, the score of the test that we have given. So we have given this particular thing, we find it that how the particular product will going to be implemented, how we can implement the product and how we can make those product. So this is the thing what we find, this is the part that we find, that as we are constructing the pivot table, as we are making the production, that so this is how that you can see. Okay, this is how that you can find it, that how we can construct this particular pivot table, how we are using and implementing this particular pattern. So as we are implementing those pattern, as we are constructing those patterns, so each of this pattern of the pivot product that we are doing, what that pivot product equals to product dot pivot index and then column then values as we have given the values as a price. So this is the thing that we have given for it. This is the thing that we can find that we have used for it. So as we are using those things, as we are implementing those things, we can find here so as we find here that each of this particular section, each of this particular part that we are constructing and that we are making, we will going to have it, and we will going to construct the particular phenomenon, particular work that where we have the structures, and we have the particular pattern of the structures that we are constructing. Okay, so this is what the constructions that we have done. Let us see what the now see the output. See here, store has been done as the particular indexing, and as store has been done as particular indexing. There you can find it, there you can see it that those the values are there, and where the values hasn't been given, there it came what? Nan. Nan means not a number. Okay, not a number that has been implemented here. As it has been implemented here in this particular implementation, in this particular part, we are having this particular structures. This is what your pivot table, that means the table we have converted into a certain manner. We have make something as index. The store has been working as here as index, and other values is working as the values of a table, isn't it? So this is the way we can create the pivot table, and we can apply the pivot table. Now let us see the next program. Now see the another program. In this particular program, I have called here what? I have called here the import numpy as np. That means numpy as np and matplotlib dot pyplot as plt. Next what we have given are data, and after the data, see here plt dot his data, then beans those the range, then the weights, those the weights, age color we have given the age color, and his type is step type, isn't it? This is a step type histogram, that means a frequency polygon will going to done. So this is what we can see it, that the particular work is been executed. Now I have given that x level, I have given a y level, title, and show. So as we have given all this thing, as we find it, that import numpy as np, and import matplotlib dot pyplot as plt. So those the things, those the part what is there, those the section what is there, that we are having this particular sections, and we are making this, we have made this particular section. So as we have made the particular section, and we have started the particular section, there we can see, there we can find it, that how we have given, or how we have made the particular structures, how we are making the particular structure. So when we are making the particular structures, when we are constructing the particular structure, so this the particular structure what is there, this the particular pattern what is there, that we do construct the pattern, and we do maintain the pattern in a certain way. So what we have taken here, we have taken here the matplotlib dot pyplot as plt. Okay, next what we have here, we have here plt dot hist. Okay, plt dot hist, then data, then what we have beans, in beans we have given the numbers, then the weight is there, weight we have taken, then the age color means what, the border color. So by that way we can do the frequency polygon. Okay, another polygon pattern I will show you with histogram and line graph, that we can design it. Then hist type, what is a hist type? Hist type is a step type. So x level what we can find it value, values. Y level is a portability, and there we find a title is a histogram. So this is the thing we can find. This is the part that we can find, that how we are working and how we are making the particular structures to be implemented and to be worked with. So this is the implementation, or this is the work that we can find, that we have their existence, and we are working on this particular pattern of the existence. So what are the things that we have here? First and foremost, we have a numpy as np, and matplot lib.pyplot as plt. So when we are having this, when we are constructing this, those the structure, those the part of the structures that we are having, or we are constructing, we can construct them, and we can have the values, and we can use the value in a certain way. So those the data that we find, those the data that we are implementing here, and we are making those structures to be implemented. So each of this particular structure, each of this particular part that we are implementing, that each of this particular implementation sections that we have, isn't it? Those the implementation sections that we are having it, and we are executing it. All these particular executions, all this particular pattern of executions that we are constructing, and that we are making. So we can find it that we have those particular data, and we are using with those particular data. So as we find that we have those data, and we are working on this data. So in each of the data pattern, and each of the data type that we are giving, and we are making it, we can find it that what the pattern of data that we are giving to it. Okay, so this is the data that we have, this is the part of the data that we can find, that those particular pattern of data, those particular pattern of the structures that we are making, and that we are constructing. As we are constructing, those data are to be implemented, and we can find it that each of this particular data, each of this type of the data will going to execute, and will going to make the structure in a certain pattern. That means we have called here, what we have called here, the matplotlib.pyplot and numpy. So as we have called here, this, see here the data first we have created a series of data that we have created. What is that? Those the values that we have created here, and we are implementing those data to be executed. So as we are executing those data, as we are creating those data, so each of this particular data creation that we are having, or that we are making, isn't it? We can find it, we can see it, that all this particular structure, all this particular pattern that we do have, we have those pattern, and we are constructing those pattern in a certain way, or in a certain series, isn't it? So those the certain way or certain series that we are maintaining, those the certain pattern that we are maintaining, each of this particular pattern, each of this particular area that we have, or we are constructing here, what we can see here, that we have here the values, and with the values we have here bins. Okay, so bins has been given here, as we are giving the bins. So in this particular bins we have constructed here the particular structure, structure of what? Structure of the data type, and structure of the different data pattern. So those the data type and data pattern that we are constructing, we are making, and we are working with, we have those particular pattern, and we are making those particular pattern to be executed. So each of this particular execution, each of this particular pattern of executions that we have, each of this particular pattern of the data that we are constructing and that we are making. So when we find it that we will going to construct the structure, and when we find it that we will going to have this particular pattern or the structures, that means what type of histogram frequency polygon that we can have here, because frequency polygon don't have its own specification. It has to take the help of either the line graph and histogram. So let us see what is the output that we will going to have. So there what we see this particular pattern of graph. So in this particular pattern of graph, what we can see, this is what our polygon graph, and in this particular histogram polygon, there you can find it, those the lines are being used, and as you can find based on this particular line, the demarcations of the informations that has been given and that are being used, they are being implemented here, isn't it? So this the implementation, or this the part of implementation that we are using and we are making. This is where the graph can be contributed. So today I am ending my today's session here. Thank you.